Welcome back, second half here in Mona Shores. It is Dynasty 7 and Legend 0. Floyd Fonte along with Brad Przmzinski and the crew. You heard that great interview down there by Lindsay and the coaches, and what great players. And that's what it's all about here, as we've had a good one, Brad. The weather started out wild, and but now it's perfect out there. Nice breeze, sun shining. Just the way that you want to have a football day.
Absolutely. It's turning into a beautiful one. Just taking a look at the first half here, Floyd, the story is going to be turnovers. 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions thrown, and 1 fumble, and one of those interceptions resulting in a touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown reception by Logan Potter, which has put them on top, his team. And if we look at the passing game here, Floyd, the Legends are 4 for 18 for 17 yards, and the Dynasty 3 for 10 for 7 yards. So as you can see, with the amount of skilled players out here, not quite living up to its potential, but I think we're going to see some fireworks here in the second half.
1st and 10 on a 28. It is Duncan coming around the right side, and he breaks a tackle. Looked like he might be able to take off for a bit, and over there tackling on him from the Legends is Tanner Jacobs from Grand Haven. And also coming over there, Jeff Douillet of Grant. Yeah, good pursuit by the defense on both sides here we've seen today.
Yeah, Princeton Duncan, though, showing a little bit of shake and bake. Did you tell him what I said at halftime about Michael Vick? I think you hurt his feelings, and he wanted to show me a little bit of the shake and bake, but unable to turn that corner there.
Well, he has a big size fullback, he being Duncan. Princeton Duncan, as he has Jawan Lewis in the backfield with a 2nd and 7. But Princeton going to throw, rolls to his left, coming across the middle, complete. Nice job, and that's his favorite receiver, Jordan Alexander of Orchard View.
Impressive throw there by Duncan, able to get his body around. Great fake right in the beginning. Everyone's been expecting run, as they've seen all day. Had that little dump pass right away. He waited for his man to clear, though, and was able to rifle a bullet and kept it low right where the defender couldn't get it. Excellent throw by Princeton Duncan.
We talked about in the beginning of the game that it was going to be an offensive fireworks. Well, the defense has come through strong, but as you said, Brad, those adjustments at halftime, we'll see, as Princeton Duncan now has the ball on his own 48-yard line. He'll give it to his running back, Lewis, around the left side. Coming in, making a solid tackle with Quentin Miller of the Muskegon Big Reds. And that's one of the interesting things here today. We have several Muskegon Big Reds on both teams.
Yep, friends going at it, battling, just like battling your little brother there. You saw a little bit of exuberance there after the tackle by Quentin, and he was telling him, "You're not getting by me." So we're seeing a little bit of that playfulness, but both sides want to win very badly.
Yes, they are very serious, and no doubt about that. As split to the far right side will be Alexander, who made that first down catch. The second play from here is Princeton Duncan is going to try to be a quarterback sneak, and it does not work as he runs into Jeff Douillet of Grant. Jeff having a great game, and there's a towel thrown out by one of the Dynasty guys. And
Douillet, some good sportsmanship there, helping Duncan up after making the play. And after all, these guys are all from Muskegon, and there is definitely some respect between all the players here today, even though the competitiveness is high.
Doriat will be split to the right side, Alexander to the left, as it is 3rd down and 7.
Look for him to air it out right here. I thought so.
And Duncan rolls to the right side, intercepted almost, in and out of the hands of John Waller, West Michigan Christian, who we just got to hear at halftime with our guy Lindsay.
Yeah, Princeton Duncan just didn't even see him there. He had his man on the corner route there, and Waller made a nice break on the ball. And again, as we've seen here today, where there's been a lot of turnovers, but a lot of missed opportunities as well, as Waller was tasting the end zone. And just a great interview with him at halftime, as we mentioned his story. Such a phenomenal young man, and just so many aspirations here for the future. So you love to see good young men like that here in the city of Muskegon.
Well said. As back for the Legends will be John Waller, and it's a short kick.
Going to be some laundry on the field there.
let's see.
It's going to be a hold on the flyer up top there. Looked like he just tackled him there, Floyd. I don't know if their legs got tangled up or what happened.
Well, Brad Mills of Oak Ridge says, am I going to get another shot at this? And they're going to talk it over. Great day here. What a great crowd also, Brad, you know. And the game, of course, is on the radio also and being broadcast worldwide, streamed. And so the local fans listening to the game after the weather has gone by, and they're coming in, they're still bringing them in here.
Absolutely. The weather kind of scared a few people away, but definitely coming in droves from the sidelines here, packing the stadium.
And when we get a chance, we've been talking about the players as they're deciding what they're going to do here, and I think it's going to be offense back to the side of the Dynasty. But we're going to look at the cheerleaders.
Take a look at the cheerleaders.
So we have a mixture of senior cheerleaders here for this game.
Absolutely. Not only do the players come together, also the cheerleaders do. And pardon me, Floyd, I can't find that list. If we can pop back to that in a moment. I did want to take a moment to mention Chen Martinez from Montauk. You know, I mentioned this defensive line for the Dynasty squad, and I mentioned Logan Potter, obviously, with his interception touchdown, but Chen Martinez, definitely great size and strength, drew many double teams, still recorded 57 tackles and 4 forced fumbles, and was an honorable mention All-State. So definitely, you know, everybody is a great player here, but honorable mention All-State is definitely a cut above as well.
Well, as we check through, you get to see Coach Steve Wilson. Interesting enough, this could be Coach Wilson's 200th win. And, you know, he retired at 199, and this could be his 200th win. And he's out there discussing this penalty. As we said, hey, this is an all-star game, but their players and coaches on both sides, they want to win this. They want to have fun, and they've had fun and a good time. But when it comes time for this game, they have been ready. We talked about it yesterday. The players on both sides, having a lot of fun, but they were pretty serious when they were down here. And they had a joint team picture together. They had the Legends on one side and the Dynasty on the other. Great shot, and as you see the discussion still over there with head coach Joe Collette.
Absolutely. You mentioned the cheerleaders, Floyd. Like we said, it's really a coming together of the city of Muskegon as this event is attracted people from all over. Just to mention a few of the cheerleaders, you know, Jessica Taylor from Shores, Brittany Lee from Shelby, Aaron Scott of Oak Ridge. You can see all the schools that have come together, not only on the football field, but on the sidelines as well. And we see a lot of people in the crowd, you know, getting to know each other, maybe rivals back when, but coming together now and forming relationships and just bonding for the betterment of the city of Muskegon and its kids growing up.
Yes, and that is exactly what it is about, Brad, and that's why, you know, T.J. Williams and Nick Van den Bosch, that's their whole mission, and they've come out and they've done it and put this game together. There were several people that maybe thought, oh, you're not going to be able to pull that off. Well, not only have they pulled it off and started a great tradition, they've done a fantastic job of getting everyone together here. As after that discussion, I think Coach Wilson was correct. He got the ball back. For a while, it looked like he wasn't going to get the ball, but he got the ball. That's the good news. The tough news is that he's going to have it at about their own 8-yard line. 1st and 10. Inside dive, just powering it up.
That's the first gain we've seen up the middle in a while here, Floyd. And as we mentioned before, the Red Squad was out there, the Dynasty, for a lot longer warming up, and so we'll see if fatigue plays a factor in this game. You know, we're cool up here in the booth with the breeze flowing,
Yes.
but there's definitely some heat down there on the field as the water emanates off and the sun begins to shine.
Quarterback is Keegan Walter of Spring Lake, and he'll hand off to Fallins of Muskegon. And
looks like Brett Martin from Hesperia with the tackle. I love when the big guys choose to wear the little numbers, Floyd. It's always humorous.
Yes.
You see this 6'5" monster wearing number 1, and it's like he's a kicker at heart or something like that. But, you know, sometimes the big guys don't always want to wear 70s and 90s, you know what I mean? So
I'll tell you, yes, I agree. And that number 71, Torrey Apple of the Grand Haven Buccaneers, I also love, and so do you as a quarterback, when you see those big fellas down 10 yards putting a block on somebody, and he just did what they call a pancake, flatten somebody.
Absolutely.
And coming, and there's a first down and a solid run, which, as you mentioned, Brad, we haven't seen much of the running, but opening up a little bit there as number 40, Jesse Reichel of Fremont, able to get a first down. Just underway here. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
It's funny you mentioned Apple. I just got off the phone with Coach Jim Schwartz from the Lions, and Jeff Backus isn't looking too good, so they may be looking to sign Apple here, you know, with the way he's pancaking people. I don't know if Gosder's going to get it done either, so the Lions need a little bit of help out there.
Danny Cotter split to the right side. Getting away is Walter, and just short Cody Bale.
It'll be interesting if we'll see more Walter this half, as it is an all-star game. You want to get some equal repetition. You mentioned, though, he does play a few different positions, doesn't you?
Yes, they've had him, Brad, at wide receiver and flanker. So, you know, that's the one thing you do with your assistants, of course. You got everybody making sure that you're getting all the kids in and rotating them and keeping a good balance. And just really impressive, the level of play on both sides, given that these guys have only practiced 5 times, actually.
Just a testament to the athleticism of the kids to be able to adapt to different positions.
And coming right through is Calvin Vanderwall. No, it was an option. Great fake by Vanderwall of Ravenna and pitched out to Fallins of Muskegon. And a big first down.
I feel like I'm watching Utica Eisenhower from over my side of the state. Nice fake there, fooled both you and me. We thought the fullback was going to get swallowed up, and he's able to skate around the outside. Instead, Ryan Williams-Follins for a nice gain of about 20.
And a good job by Keegan Walter, quarterback, as he was able to carry that play all the way out. Double twins. This time they're going to stay with a run. And nope, Keegan, nice fake and inside.
Floyd, he's giving you problems here. Me too. I'm glad you're calling the game and not me. This kid's a magician out there with the ball. I don't know what he's doing.
Yes, all of a sudden the legends and Coach Steve Wilson, of course, Coach Wilson, he likes running that ball and setting up the pass, but we'll see what happens here.
Scott Stahl checking back in at quarterback. Maybe we'll air it out here again. Keep your eye on Danny Cotter. I have a feeling he's going to break one open here before the game's out.
Danny split to the right, Crow on the left, and there it is, Danny Cotter over, boy, he gets tackled and still banging ahead on him is Jalen Thompson of the Big Reds. Those two have collided before. They play in the OK Red Conference, and some great battles between those guys in the history of that rivalry.
I'll tell you what, Floyd, great ball by Stahl there, but Derrickis Franklin on the top of the screen there, left side, he had his man beat by a mile. He was on a track meet right there, and you could see the dejection on his face when it didn't come, but great throw there by Stahl, and Cotter able to bring it in, and we're close to a first down. It's going to be a 3rd and short here.
Matt Crow will be split to the left, Danny Cotter to the right. Inside is going to be Fallins, and they're looking for Crow, and Crow has it in a first down.
Yeah, Kroll just runs some smooth routes there, Floyd. I really like his ability out there to get open, create separation, and with him and Cotter on the outside, I think this offense is going to heat up nicely.
Brett Butler in on the tackle for Ravenna, and that clock moving. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the third period of this first Muskegon All-Star Football Classic. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Dynasty. Stahl to throw through the middle, and I think he saw what you saw, Brad, as Franklin, they went right to it, but that time he got his feet mixed up. Going to be a flag.
Interesting. Little incidental contact there, Floyd. I'm not sure about a penalty, but Derrickis Franklin definitely had the inside seam there, and Stahl sailed on him a bit, but they get bailed out by a nice call, and this drive is shaping up nicely as they're looking to tie this game.
5 minutes, 33 seconds left, and As you said, Brad, the Legend down 7-0, but now they got the ball on the 25-yard line. It'll be Danny Cotter split to the right side. Matt Crow will be split to the left, as there'll be double split. And it'll be Follins of the Muskegon Big Reds inside of Danny Cotter, and they're going to have Alexander is going to go over to the left. They're going to put Follins in motion, and they try to run it up the middle. Got a couple of yards as Calvin Vanderwall, who's been running some excellent fakes. That time he kept the ball, drove ahead for about 3.5 yards.
Nice little inside handoff there. Tried to quick hit him. I like the spread offense, that handoff out of the gun. You're not smashing it right into the interior of that line. It gives your running back the opportunity to pick his way through and able to get a little bit of yardage there.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Scott Stahl, the quarterback of the Legends. He's looking to the left. He's got his man. Tight coverage over there, intended for Alexander. Incomplete. Looking to see who was on the coverage. I think that was Patrick Giddings.
Actually, Cody Bale there, the tight end, running the fade route, and had his man beat, and just a tough catch. I'll tell you, Floyd, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you're trying to catch a ball in shoulder pads and a helmet, it's a lot different than playing in your beer league in the backyard or something like that. I'll tell you one thing. And so a great effort there. Nice ball by Stahl, just unable to make the connection.
It will be Cody Bale split Bale to the left as Scott Stahl tries to get it over to the right side, and he intended to get it to the back. Jesse Reichel, but incomplete and a flag.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to set up a screen right there, Floyd, but a little bit of confusion up front, so that may have hindered it. Just to say, we're on currently this will be the 11th play of this drive. The flag's going to be waved off there, but 10 plays. The drive started on the 7-yard line as they're looking to punch it in here all the way down to the 23.
4th down, decision time. And
I like Danny Cotter in this situation, Floyd. You got that right side of the field. You could really go either way here with the way the ball is placed, but I like to see Danny Cotter here on the right side, that little speed out, or give him a little outside fake and go for the long ball.
Matt Crow wide to the left. He's looking inside, complete to Franklin. 1st down.
Nice catch by Franklin there. You know, they were expecting Cotter, little out route, perfect ball. You can see Stahl getting comfortable out there, hits him right in the numbers, and Franklin with a nice catch.
I was out watching these guys, Brad, and they're practicing on Tuesday, these guys being the Legends, and they were running those patterns precise, as you have mentioned, all of them, and it was amazing, only their 2nd practice. So they're going to put some pressure here now on the Dynasties. They got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Great fake by Stahl.
In the end zone, touchdown.
Danny Cotter goes up and gets it. And quarterbacks everywhere will tell you, you love when your receiver doesn't hang you out to dry. Cotter goes up and meets it at its highest point. Obviously, a well-coached kid, great athlete, goes up and makes the play. And we're looking at decision time here also. Are you thinking extra point, or are they going to go for the lead here, Floyd?
Well, let's see. I think they're going to go for the extra point, but we don't ever know till we see. But it looks like they're going to bring out Jared Ginslinger of Whitehall, and Matt Crow will hold. Oh, bad snap.
Can you do that?
No. That was Brett Martin from Hesperia. He goes, I'm coming through, and they go, you can't do that.
Big number 1 breaking in there. I wonder if you have to kick it, actually, Floyd, because if with no rush,
yes,
it seems like you have to.
I would think that you probably do. And
you can't help the excitement, though. The
Brett
exuberance.
Was like, all right, I have no one giving me any kind of pressure.
Untouched. Jason Pierre-Paul there going in there to make the play.
Ginslinger now. Crow gets the snap, and Jared puts it up. And it's no good after all that. I was just going to say, that was got to totally throw off your concentration. But the Legends come back and get on the scoreboard as they make it 7-6. It is Dynasty leading the Legends here in the Muskegon All-Star Football Classic. and we'll be right back. And what a great game it has been here, as it is the first inaugural Muskegon All-Star Classic presented by the WV Foundation. And 7-6, 4 minutes and 23 seconds left as the Legends have just scored. And being able to take it from the 20-yard line, coming inside with some nice moves for the Dynasty is Mason Courtright of Shelby.
I wouldn't be surprised here if we see a little bit more of Travis Cockrell this half. You see Scott Stahl settling in, finding his receivers. A look at that last drive, 93 yards, 13 plays, over 5 minutes on that drive, and it was Stahl to Cotter for the touchdown pass. So we'll see if the Red Squad opens it up a little bit, as the field is drying off, and they do have a few weapons out there who can definitely stretch the field. Yes,
and we saw, as you said, as a former quarterback, how you like those receivers to jump up like Danny Cotter, and got the Legends on the board here, as it will be, let's see who we have. Yep. Cockrell will be trying to get around the right side. He fumbles the ball, and it was recovered, but pressuring him was Josh Glick of Reese Puffer.
That's great instinct there by that defensive lineman. Coaches, you'll see it in the NFL all the time. They talk about it. Not only making the play, but forcing the fumble. You saw him come and chop down on that arm, opened up the ball for his team, but unfortunately for them, they were unable to recover it. But just a great play there, individual effort by Josh Glick.
And after that, on piling, it is still Dynasty's ball. So they're going to have a big loss, as that's going to make it about a second and we'll call it 9. And the ball going to be on the 31-yard line of Dynasty.
Floyd, I want to take the time to mention number 95, Norris Ellis from Grand Haven on the line. He's been making plays all day, 5'11", 260. He had 60 tackles last year, 8 for loss and 4 sacks. For a defensive tackle, that's an amazing statistic to be able to get in the backfield, and he's definitely been blowing it up here today.
Cockrell under some pressure, but he's going to come around the right side, short, intercepted. It'll be Quentin Miller intercepting for the Legends, and is tipped over, tipped back, and the old tip drill, and Quentin Miller of the Muskegon Big Reds is going to have the ball. They're going to mark it back to the 45-yard line of Dynasty.
Yeah, that's going to be the second interception there for Cotterill. And really, Floyd just throwing off his back foot, hanging it up there. Coming from that other hash, it's a tough throw. He had his man, but the receiver tried to bail him out. Great play there, though, by Quentin Miller to bring it in, and I think they smell blood right now here on the Blue Squad as they hope to take the lead.
It is Walter, and they go to the outside, and it is the Buccaneer. Matt Kroll goes in close for a touchdown. They call it a touchdown. So touchdown from Keegan Walter from the Spring Lake Lakers to the Grand Haven Buccaneer, Matt Kroll.
Keegan Walter getting into the act too, says, I'm not just a fake specialist, I can sling it around a little bit too. And Matt Kroll, I don't know if that was a blown coverage or what, but wide open. As I said, I love the kid's route running, makes the catch, and then the ability to finish, Floyd, is very big there as he's able to break the plane, and they take the lead, hopefully to punch in this extra point as well.
And with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter, they do take the lead, they being the Legends, as the Legends aren't going to go for 2, so they do have an option to do that. And it will be Fallins at running back. Scott Stahl, the quarterback, looks to get it, and they count it to Danny Cotter. Cotter had it.
Stahl, a nice job extending the play, keeping it alive, and you can see the confidence growing here compared to the first half. A little bit out of sync, but finds a security blanket Cotter again, and that's going to put him up by the true 7 points, I believe, 14-7.
Well, we've talked about, Brad, how Scott Stahl and Danny Cotter have connected many times, and what a great time for them. In fact, we're going to interview Scott Stahl here at the end of the third quarter here with our man Lindsay. But that makes it 14-7 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. It's two Buccaneers catching, a Laker throwing it to a Buccaneer, which is kind of interesting, and that's what makes this game. Those two guys live across the bridge from each other, and the last thing I think a lot of people would have thought of is that someday Keegan Walter would be throwing a touchdown to Matt Crow of the Buccaneers.
Absolutely. Good to see them come together, though, and everyone's about winning here, Floyd. It's definitely exciting, and I think they really need to make a statement, the dynasty right here. That turnover on the last play, unfortunate. Really need to dig in right now, maybe reestablish that run game.
And here's the guy that can make something happen right here, as coming around and cutting a nice return is Mason Courtright. And making the tackle was Tanner Jacobs.
Courtright showing some ability there, a little bit of versatility. He looks like a bigger kid, but when he gets the ball in his hands, definitely impressive.
Tanner Jacobs was injured his first 3 games of his senior season and able to come back and play. And there's so many great stories that are out there of these kids that are out there playing, Brad. You know, we mentioned several of them, but what a great opportunity for them here, as it is now the challenge to the dynasty.
Going back to Princeton Duncan here at quarterback, I expect to see some fireworks, maybe that draw up the middle they've been fond of.
Yep, there goes Princeton. He will hang on, and there he'll get about 8 yards. As we're going to mark it. Oh, they're going to mark him back, but a good 7-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, nice play by Duncan. And, you know, it's a chess game. It's not checkers, Floyd. So, you know, if they can make that work and grind up that yardage like we talked about, you don't need to sling it with them because the clock's still running. You're only down 1 score. So just take your time, play to your strengths, and see if you can get one in here. Hopefully the dynasty can make it exciting right here.
Absolutely. Jacob Buddy will be split to the left. And it looks like Alexander is inside the handoff as Duncan tries to, Jawan Lewis stops short. We talked about how tough it is inside on both defenses. And, of course, right underneath there is that big fellow you were talking about earlier, Norris Ellis of the Buccaneers of Grand Haven.
Definitely a mountain of a man out there. It's going to be interesting here, Floyd, on third down. You got an athlete like Princeton Duncan, different coaching philosophies. Do you try to pound it for that 1 yard? You notice Ellis did just go out, so they pulled out that big cog in the middle. Or are you going to put it in your quarterback's hands? We might see a little keeper around the outside here to make something happen.
It will be Doriat split way to the right, and Lewis in the backfield. And Duncan is going to keep it to the left side. He's got first down and more.
And a great call there by the coach, Floyd. As I mentioned, you know, everyone expecting, he's been pounding it up the middle all day. You have an athlete like Princeton Duncan able to extend the play, and excellent call as you see him changing gears. And we're moving the chains, Floyd. We're getting a little bit of excitement here in the crowd.
Yes, we are, as we're under 50 seconds left in the third quarter, as the Dynasty down 7-14 to the Legends, but on the move as they have a 1st and 10 in Legend territory. They are now on the 38-yard line of the Legends. Motion will go over with Thompson, and they'll thrust it over to the big running fullback of Jawan Lewis, Muskegon Big Reds.
There's really no seams out there, Floyd. Usually when you see that sweep, you'll see one cut and a game breaker, but they're really doing a great job out there, the Legends, of containing him and not letting him get to that next level. So you'll concede a few yards, but definitely don't want that game-breaking play to happen, as we're going to have a timeout here on the field.
Yeah, I think they're just going to let the clock run down, and they are.
Oh.
So we've just ended the first third quarter here of the Muskegon All-Star Classic, and it has been a classic one, as it is now going to be the Legends leading 14-7 over the Dynasty. And when we come back, our man on the field, Lindsey Huddleston, will have quarterback Scott Stahl of the Buccaneers.